My channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 4. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So when the episode first opens up, Brit and Angela go for a walk through the woods or a walk through the park or wherever it was, child. So they're talking and walking and talking and walking. So Angela asks Brit about her husband. Just then, a fly flew in her mouth. Write down your damn throat, because they already knew you was about to lie. They already knew you was about to lie about that man. So they go over to the side for some shade. And Angela tells Brit that her and her sister are not seeing eye to eye because apparently Charles be getting into it with everybody. Okay, so the mama got into it with Charles. And Charles apparently holds grudges. And he's still mad to this day. Now, she takes care of her family financially. So they got to fix it because some of that money is coming from Charles. Yeah, I mean, Charles kind of got a little tood. So, I mean, I don't know. So then Brit starts to talk about her family dynamic and what her and her sister got going on. And so then Angela brings up that she's going to be having a dinner. And she's going to invite Shamia because she feels like they got off to a rocky start. So then Brit was like, well, Shamia has been more than kind to me, but not Kenya. Ma'am. Now you dragging it. Why are you always bringing up Kenya? This is like the 3rd episode now, and it's only been 4. It's giving, why you so obsessed with me? It's really getting cringe, and it's really getting crazy, honey. Shout out to Mariah. This don't make no sense, girl. She was nice to you at Kelly's event. She even called you Balmain Barbie. Said you looked cute. I don't understand, girl. You need to get a grip. You just want a moment with that lady, and it's really, really cringy to watch. You might need a cease and desist or stop and don't do it no more. It's getting weird. Like, it's really getting weird, girl. You need a piece of paperwork. In the next scene, Shamia is at the hall or the house, child, and her sister stops by. So Shamia is letting her know that she has this new song and she wants her to listen to it. Never had, I'ma give you all of that. Honey, I don't know if that's how I go, but I like it. I like that song, honey. Atlanta got some real songstress. Okay, Drew, Sadora, and Shamia. So she was playing the song for her, and she did the song with RL, from the hit group Next. And she wants her sister to give her opinion on it. Of course, her sister loved the song. And the song is really, really good. Like, for real. You know how some housewives make songs? Now twirl, twirl. I'm sorry, Kenya. It's too soon. But no, for real. You know how some people be trying to go to the studio and drop some beats, but it really don't be giving nothing? It don't give a damn thing. This was actually really, really good. So Shamia tells us that she's been in plenty of groups, but she's just never had her shot. And I had no idea that Shamia was in co-ed with Carrie Hilson and Shamari. Like, I really did not know that. And I really do like her song. Like I said, it's catchy. And she's telling her that she wants to play it for the girls at Angela's event because Angela invited her. Now, she doesn't really think that it makes sense to be going to Angela's event and they have been getting into it. And also, she doesn't think that it makes sense for her to be advocating out here in these streets for the sisterhood, and she's tearing down this woman's looks. Now, I'm happy that she recognizes that, and that just shows that she really does have a genuine good heart, because it takes some women 4 or 5 seasons before they take accountability for what they did. But for Shamia, she was like, you know what? That wasn't even right. I don't even. Now, you did sing a little Michael Jackson ditty up in between there. Okay, but I'm going to let that go. But she did realize it, because y'all really fighting over nothing. People going to take up for their friend. So don't be surprised when it happens. Okay, I know y'all are not used to Drew having backup. But now she has Angela, and Angela gonna speak her speech if somebody says something to Drew. So, I mean, and you gonna speak up if somebody says something to Portia, and Portia ain't gonna speak up. Portia ain't gonna speak up. But that's neither here nor there. It's just a side note. Y'all just know that y'all got each person's individual back. In the next scene, Portia is having a business meeting. Oh, Y'all, if you didn't watch Portia's Family Matters, one of the ladies in the scene is her cousin Londi. Now, when I saw Londi in this scene, I immediately got sad watching it because for those of you that don't know, Londi passed away sometime last year. So watching this scene, all I can say is rest in peace, Londi. My condolences to Portia and her family. I know that watching this back had to drudge up some feelings and some memories. It was just really sad seeing her in this scene. And we were introduced to her on Portia's Family Matters. Now, if you didn't watch that show, that's where she was. And that's how we saw, who she was and her relationship with Portia and with Lauren. And I just got sad watching it. I really did. But Portia started talking about how she planned to retire at 40, right? She gets into the confessional. I had planned to retire at 40, but Cinderella got to wake the hell up because the soft life is over. Now, Portia, girl, I don't know if you live in an alternate universe. I don't know if you just make up things or what the hell's going on. When we first met you, there were 265 days in a year. Then the Underground Railroad, somebody had to be driving the train. It's not electric like what we have now. Last episode, it was Heavy D and you really meant Baby D. Today is Cinderella and you really mean Sleeping Beauty. Cinderella wasn't asleep at all. I don't think I even remember Cinderella taking a damn nap. Ma'am, it is Sleeping Beauty. Girl, if you don't get your life, child, and you quit that job as soon as Simon flashed that Monopoly money in your face. That's what really happened. Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with you talking about, I just wanted to retire, but now I got to. Girl, as soon as he told you to pass go and collect $200, which is all he had, child, as soon as he flashed that Monopoly money, you decided to quit all your damn jobs. Girl, you couldn't wait. But now you're back, so we're here. So she's telling her team about all the ways that she wants to branch out. She wants to expand Pampered by Portia. She wants to do duvets and other things like that. Then they started talking about getting ambassadors for Go Naked Hair. So she was like, yeah, I want to get some more, but I want to make sure that they are really about their business. So then Johnny tells Portia that Drew called him for, a meeting because he has some hookups in the music industry. So they want some help with her music and they want him to sit down with her and Drew. So then Portia gonna say, in the confessional, Drew is giving single white female. And you could wear my hair, but you can't be me. Child, I'm not even about to go there. Okay, I'm really not. Let's move on, honey, because y'all playing the game. Every last one of y'all, you, Drew, Dennis, it's a plot and a scheme that's hard set up. Child, I ain't got time. Moving forward. Portia then says that Drew didn't get like whatever she was supposed to be doing contractually, so corporate will have to handle that. Portia, girl, bye. Corporate ain't nobody but your sister Lauren replying from that Gmail. Girl ain't no damn corporate. Go on, girl. Go on, tell Drew she fired. Tell me, I'm hoping corporate doesn't fire. No, I'm hoping corporate does fire her. Girl, there's no corporate. Tell Lauren to hop on the Gmail, send Drew, or she could even send her a DM, honey. That's how informal this is. Tell Lauren to send Drew a DM on Instagram and tell her don't post no more of that hair. That's all you got to do. So, baby, then Portia crazy. Portia said, no, we have a full-blown team. So, baby, they started naming the people down below. The admin, the CEO, the CFO, honey. All of it was Portia. So then Johnny looks at Portia. He said, what is the number to Go Naked Corporate? Portia said, you got my number. Hello, Go Naked Corporate. She is ignorant. Girl, you play all day. Not you answering your own corporate line. Girl, bye. In the next scene, Lord, they done let Ralph out that basement. Ugh. Why didn't y'all lock him in there? And here come Drew. Drew, stay away from that man. Just stay away from him. So she's in the confessional saying that they're better co-parents than they are being married. Well, honey, we can see that. They're being cordial to each other. He says the court thing has been a mess and he just wants 50-50 custody of his children. I'm sure that's no problem. You just want to make this woman's life a living hell. I am sure that she is okay with that. So I don't understand what you're doing. So they start talking about the kids and them not knowing that they're getting a divorce. And Ralph says that one of the children brought him an article with everything about the divorce. So then he brings up the article that she sent him about being a narcissist. He then gonna say, but I'm not a narcissist. She said, you don't think that you're a narcissist? So they get in the confessional again. They ask Drew, what is the definition of a narcissist? This heifer got to hop on the Googler. Drew, they asked you that last season, girl. You should know it by now. They have asked you that 2 times and you still have no answer. So then they started talking about the kids and what's in their best interest. Drew does not think that the judge's order would be in the best interest of their children, but Ralph does, because he want to stay down in that basement. Then he gave us some type of tour of the basement and whatnot. I mean, it's got working plumbing down there. It look like a little apartment. Child, they playing. Child, please. Girl, talk to him through the app. He don't give a damn. But a side note, why is Ralph in his chest in a confessional, but Kenya ain't got now? She ain't got now? Shout out to Trick Daddy and Trina. She ain't got now one. But y'all got Ralph in a confessional with his chest out. I said good day. In the next scene, Kelly is at Kenya Moore Hair Care, the spa and the salon. Kenya Moore Hair Care. And, she wants some advice from Kelly because Kelly has a successful business. Kelly, ma'am, what do you have on in the middle of the damn day? I like Kelly. But baby, Kelly gonna put on an inappropriate outfit at all times, okay? So then Kenya realizes that Kelly has a bodyguard. So she said, girl, why do you have a bodyguard, Whitney Houston? So she told Kenya that she has a restraining order against her husband and that he threatened to unalive her in court because he was held in contempt. Now, all jokes aside, I pray that Kelly stays safe, like for real. I am legit scared for her because these men are emotionally unstable. Something like every day you read about somebody being unalived in the news. Femicide is at an all-time high. Listen, y'all be careful out there in them streets. Okay, please be careful. Now, those of you that have been here with me since the very first review, y'all already know why I'm back here behind this screen. Y'all already know. So this is something that I do not take lightly. I am so sorry, Kelly, that you have to be afraid because I know that all too well. I really do. So Kenya is asking her, like, what are y'all fighting over really? The business, basically. She said that she wanted to keep the business, but he wants her to give him the business and he wants her to go broke. Basically anything to hurt her. So then Kenya was saying how he was color purple in her and she said she waiting to excel him. They have a good kiki about the whole situation. And she's like, I just cannot understand why Brit has a problem with Kenya. Because Kenya is nice to me. Baby, Brit don't even know why Brit has a problem with Kenya. It is something wrong with that woman. So Kenya is asking Kelly, what does she need to do to get people in the door? And Kelly was like, really and truly, it was just word of mouth. You know what you need to do, Kenya? I don't care what nobody say. You need to utilize that damn TikTok. Baby, TikTok will take you some places that don't even be popping like that. I do not know how many times I have listened to a TikTok review, went up and through there and got disappointed. I'm not saying you're going to disappoint the people, but I'm just saying use social media, use your following, use some of these influencers. Hell, use me. I come down there and twirl around. I'm just saying because, social media is the way to go. But like Kelly said, also word of mouth, it works. It still works. It's an old school thing, but it still works. And she was just like, girl, I spent my daughter's entire college tuition on this and I'm scared. Now, that was the first time that I've seen Kenya be vulnerable about her business ventures because she always seems like she has it together. And when she started to get teary-eyed, I was like, dang, man. And to see this and see how things turned out this season for her, that's awful. She need to hire some known stylists with built-in clientele who can bring people through the door. I don't know. It's risky in business. It is, especially a brick and mortar business. That's why most people just do e-commerce. They do it like that because it's really risky, especially with all these kitchen beauticians, honey. And now you got the YouTube to tell you how to lay edges down. You really don't go to a salon like old school. But I'm praying that Kenya's business is successful. And Kelly was really supportive and she spoke life into her business, letting her know that it's going to all work out. It's going to be fine. You're going to be okay. She said, girl, we going to get out of college. That was so sweet. Listen to me. Again, I'm going to say this. Kelly seems like a smart casting choice so far. Brit, immediately no. Her energy is off. I feel like Kelly seems very genuine and Brit seems like she putting on for her city. And speaking of Brit, in the next scene, she went to have dinner with her big sister, Cher. Okay, so they sitting there or whatever. They order their food, honey, lobster biscuit, whatever they ordering. Brit is asking her, has she spoke to their mom? And she was like, yeah, I think I blocked her though. I don't even know, girl. But yeah, I talked to her. So her sister said that her and Brit used to work things out, but now she runs to her husband. And every time she wants to have a conversation, Mike has to be right there. And I definitely understand her sister, because sometimes you just need sister time, not sister and your man time. Your man is not my damn sibling. I don't want to have to always sit up and talk to your man. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And she's telling you that she's feeling depressed and she needs you. Are you listening? Like I said, because I have a Patreon, and like I said on Patreon, I do not think that Brit processes information correctly. Like, it goes in, but then it gets jumbled. I don't know exactly what's going on, honey. I really don't. Y'all need to let all that stuff go that y'all be injecting in yourselves so that you can think clearly. Because she's telling you that she feels depressed and she needs you. Okay? She just needs to talk to you. So then Brit told her, okay, well, what I need you to do is just tell me, look, I only need to talk to you. I just want to speak to you about it. And then she goes on to say she feels like her sister is unhappy because she's not in a happy relationship like she is. Girl, I do not think that it's that. And Mike does not exactly seem pleasant. You or him. So I really don't understand what you're talking about. So they're talking and Mike is calling back to back. All you hear is, I'm like, what is happening in this scene? He is calling back to back, telling her to come home. That would irk me. You're with your sister. Pick it up and tell him I'm shooting a scene with my sister. I will be there when I damn get there. Moving forward. That right there is exactly what she's talking about. He just proved her point. And why does it have to be about her not having a man? Maybe she wants her sister in the closeness that the two of you once had. I guess you think that your own sister is jealous of you and that man. Girl, you being a wife is your entire personality, and it's really irking me. It really is. It's like somebody who ain't never had nothing. Girl, it's fine. Okay? In the next scene, Dennis is in the studio and Drew shows up. Hey, y'all. Child, Dennis gonna do what he want to do. So clearly, Portia and I already threatened him and told him don't be filming with Drew, but he did it anyway. Drew and Dennis talk because it's some drama. Dennis is acting like he don't know what's going on. Sir, you absolutely do. Dennis told Drew, well, I mean, when we started this thing, Portia was in Nigeria eating fufu, so I didn't have to ask for her permission. First of all, I think that was rude, and that was a little bit of an inappropriate statement. Dennis, in Nigeria eating fufu? Please stop. Now, I guess Portia is bored, and now she has time, so, I mean, yeah, she don't want you working with Drew. Now, I really don't give a damn, because I know all three of y'all are playing in my face. But for the sake of this review and for those that still believe this, let's go ahead. Dennis, I'm going to say this to you. I'm speaking directly to you, sir. I feel like you're using Drew to get back at Portia for playing in your face with Simon. That's what it is. And Drew, I would not let this man use me as a pawn. Now, hopefully you get a Grammy out of it, or some money, or some Spotify downloads, or whatever the hell they be doing. You know, I listen to it on the iPod. Oh, child, shout out to Dee. But no, hopefully you get something out of it, child. But he using you to get back at Portia, and he ain't fooling me. In the next scene, it's the night of Angela's dinner. Kelly and Brit are FaceTiming, talking about it's dangerous over there. That's the hood. Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at? Listen, Shamia and Portia are on another FaceTime, and they're talking about if Portia had talked to Drew. And Portia was like, well, no, I'm not going to do it tonight. Girl, you ain't going to never do it. You didn't want to do it over there. This is Housewives. Y'all talk to each other at inappropriate times. So get to it so we can get through it. Moving forward. She's saying she don't want to talk to Drew because she already knows what type of girl Drew is. Girl ain't even that serious. So all the ladies start to arrive to the bank. Okay, and is it in Bankhead? Yeah, it's in Bankhead. I mean, I love a good hood spot. I ain't never scared. And the bank looks beautiful. So I would walk right on through that vault. You hear me? So the ladies arrive, and Kenya arrives in teal, and everybody's supposed to be in all black like the Omen. Kenya, why did you do that? Girl, stop. I hate when people do not follow the theme because it throws everything off. Why do you have on teal? I could see if you were a birthday girl. Girl, why do you have on teal? Anyway, so she speaks to everybody, right? She comes through. She hugs everybody's neck. And of course, Brit is not satisfied with her greeting. You kind of tapped me. It is giving needy. Something is really wrong. It really is. So Shamia comes in. She brings Angela an olive branch. And so she's apologizing to her for her behavior and talking about her looks and whatnot. And of course, she accepted it, and all's well that ends well. Now, I'm glad that they are going to be moving forward because what they were arguing about was really petty. Because like I said, to each their own, everybody's going to take up for their friend. There's no reason for Shamia to be overly upset. Okay, because people have called you Portia's mouthpiece in the past, okay? And it's just no reason for y'all to be tearing down each other's looks, okay? It's really not. So I like that. So they all sit down at the table. As they're sitting there, Kelly brings up the event and says that Drew did not purchase anything. So Drew was like, I did. I purchased a blazer for my son. So she shows Kelly this text message where it's a conversation between her and somebody about her purchasing the blazer for her son. So she's showing her the phone with the conversation on it. And Kelly was just looking at it, smiling, talking about, oh, Dennis is texting. Kelly, don't do that. Looking at that phone, seeing Dennis is texting, ma'am. Do not try to skim over the fact of if she purchased anything or not. Okay? And what you being messy for? It was no reason for you to bring up Dennis. So then Kelly says that the text wasn't a transaction. It was just a conversation. So I don't know if Drew bought something or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't, because Drew has been known not to spend money. Y'all remember the Christmas gift exchange where they were supposed to like spend a certain dollar amount? I think it was $1,000 or something like that. And Drew brought that tattered wig. Oh my God. Drew, I'll be trying so hard to take up for you, child, but you is crazy. Okay. Something's wrong with you. So Drew is asking Kenya about the spa, and Kenya tells them that she's having a grand opening and everyone is invited. And everybody's like, oh, okay, that's cool. Brit over there making faces. Angela asked Shamia to tell them about her life. And so she told them that she did a song and she wants their opinion. So she starts to play it. Here go Portia talking about, that's Drew. That's not her, that's Drew. Shamia said, no, that's me. So Portia's in the talking about, am I listening wrong? Yes, you are. It's her. Now everybody is saying how they loved it. They swam from side to side, honey, throwing their lighters up and everything else. Here go Portia talking about, are you on it, Shamia? Are my ears misleading me? They are. Yes, they are. So then Angela got in the confessional. She said, you don't know your friend's voice? Portia gonna say in the confessional, no, I was saying that I thought it was Drew because it sounded good. So is Shamia not capable of sounding good? Portia, you're not helping your case by speaking, honey. Please hush. Portia, and that's ridiculous. Why would she be playing a song and passing it off as her own if it was Drew? Come on, girl, use your thinker. And the fact that she kept repeating it, that's what was blowing me. No, because it's Drew. Is that not Drew? Are you on the song? Ma'am, I know the auto-tune make the heifer sound alike, but that was Shamia. That's probably why she didn't send it to you to post it when everybody else was posting the Never Ever Had, or whatever it's called, the Never Had. And you talking about, well, she didn't send it to me to post, so I didn't post it. Probably because of this scene right here. Ciao. Moving forward. But I'm sure the people are going to find an excuse for Portia's ears not working. Y'all hating. It did sound like Drew. I mean, it gave Drew just a little bit, but come on now. Shamia is not about to play Drew's song and then say, I need y'all's opinion on it. Girl, bye. So Angela wants to play a game of questions. You write down anonymously a question that you want to ask the ladies. Now, baby, we already know this finna get messy. This one is finna go down. So the questions come out. They ask Shamia, what did she do for her husband when he gave her that Rolls Royce? Toot that thing up, mommy, make it roll. Once you pop, lock, drop it, baby girl, get low. Hey, pop, lock, and drop it. That's what she did when he gave her that Rolls Royce, honey. She pop, locked, and dropped it on that thing. Do you hear me? So then they ask Angela, what's a secret that you don't want the other ladies to know? And she was like, well, I'm an open book. Here go Portia. When I heard that Charles is a little spicy, I heard something about him. Angela said, what did you hear about my husband? She's like, no, I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it. Yeah. Now Portia want to go on mute. No, ma'am. Speak up. And why did you even do that? See, they really playing in these new girls' faces. Baby, it couldn't have been me, because I would have gathered her right on up. You were ready to fight when they said Dennis was passing out Rolexes and getting tattoos of everybody's names on his damn back. But now you going to sit here in front of this woman and tell her that you heard something about her husband, but you ain't going to say what you heard about said husband. So they want Portia to say what it is that she knows. Like, what's the tea? She goes, now let's just move on. Girl, you don't have no respect for people's marriage. None. And it's not even funny. It's one thing to say you heard something and pull the person to the side, but you really just do not have respect for people's marriages. I would have cussed her smooth out, but that's just me. So then Kenya got a question. Kelly read this question. It asked, what color panties do you have on? So Kenya flashed the girls, honey, and according to Portia, it was a snapper, a snapping turtle. Oh, child. Portia said that thing was huge, honey. Child, I'm not finna play with y'all. Y'all are declassing the show. I'm not finna play with y'all. So then Drew pulls another question, and it's for Kenya. Kenya said, girl, I already had one. Next. So Drew read it anyway. And the question was, why you so worried about happily married women? Kenya said, it's a habit. And so she started to laugh a little bit. Kelly said, it is? She said, no, girl, I'm just playing. So then Brit reads one. And Kenya said, oh, I'm very popular. Yeah, girl, you are that girl. So now they're asking all the questions. And the question that Brit had was, can you speak to Brit nicely and not with an attitude? And I didn't even write this. Okay, well then who wrote it, Mike? I think you wrote two questions. Because who really cares if she speaks to you nicely besides you? Girl, don't play in my face. I do not like for people to patronize me. Now, you know damn well that you wrote that question and you wrote the other one too. And then you used women and woman wrong. And that really pisses me off. Now, I'm wondering if Brit is okay mentally. Because when did she speak to you with an attitude? When? Like, if something is being taken out and we really need to see it in order for this stuff to be tied. See, I know y'all don't really, some of y'all don't really like candy, honey. But this is when I need speak on it. This would have been such a good speak on it. Because I need the behind the scenes because something is missing. I don't understand what is going on. So then Brit read it. And Kenya was like, yes, I can speak to people respectfully. And I have. So then Brit starts getting all close, talking about, it's about me, sweetheart. As soon as I heard sweetheart, I would have snapped. I don't like for people to, sweetie, sweetheart, honey. I don't like when people do that. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. That's very condescending. I don't like that. That's the quickest way to piss me off, please. And I don't like when people say, am I making sense? You understand what I'm saying? But do you get it? Yeah. If I didn't get it, I would tell you I don't get it. Please don't ever ask me that question. Like, does that make sense? Oh, that is like nails on a chalkboard for me. Baby, don't piss me off. So then Kenya said, oh, girl, you want a moment. Okay, you can go ahead and have it. Brit said, no, you're having a moment. Do you need to step out? No, ma'am, but do you? Because it seems like you may need to compose yourself. Get yourself together. So Kenya is trying to ignore her. And then I think she called her a peasant. And baby, what's she say that for? Then Brit starts getting louder and louder. So now she done went from 0 to 100 real quick. Ma'am, you are so upset that Kenya will not give you the time of day. It is really alarming. She does not have to engage with you. She really doesn't. So they're all getting ready to leave because now it's getting out of control and everybody thinks that Brit has lost her damn mind and Brit is still going in. She cussing and carrying on. Everybody can see that she's overreacting. Brit hollering, let me call my husband that cares about me. Does he? Because that's up for debate after the last 2 episodes. What does he care about you? I cannot stand women that think having a man, especially a husband, is the ultimate prize when it is really not. So Kenya is paying her dust, as she should, okay? And she's walking out. So you can tell that the energy is awkward. It's like Kenya is looking for her car. She's trying to ear hustle at the same time, making sure that she's okay. Brit talking about, let me come over here to be aware of my surroundings. Girl, please calm down. It's not even that type of party. You are not cut out for housewives. You are not. Maybe mob wives, but not housewives. Because nobody's going to do anything to you. What you think, she gonna sneak you from behind? Girl, what kind of environments have you been a part of? Baby, please tell me, what's the 411, hun? What is happening? So now she's telling Kelly, well, I still got my pistol. And I need to call my husband. I'm going to start calling you Pistol Pete. Pistol? Girl, what kind of Zeus network behavior is this, honey? What is this? Okay, now y'all know that I love me some Real Housewives of Atlanta. And baby, this is definitely, and I don't care what y'all say, this is definitely not RHOA. It's not the RHOA that I'm accustomed to. Now, I don't know what this is, but no, ma'am. And y'all can call me what you want to. You can say I'm not giving the new girls a chance and y'all said shake it up and now it's shooken and now you don't want it to shake. No, baby. This right here is not Housewives of Atlanta. She is literally on 10 after minimal interaction. A pistol? Girl, what? Moving forward. So then Kelly walking around and, trying to see what's going on with her. And Brit is yelling, somebody find my husband. Somebody find my husband. Get my husband for me. Girl, that little twerp. Nobody worried about him. So he comes scurrying in. She's like, yeah, I had to let that. No, don't play with me. Do not play with me. No, ma'am. Actually, you've been talking to yourself for like 10 minutes now. You're embarrassing. I have embarrassed myself. Honey, shout out to Portia. You're embarrassing. I don't even know what's going on right now. So he's like, well, who was it? She gonna tell me that Kenya. I'm not worried about her. I got my whips. I got my pistols. Don't play with me. Don't play in front of these cameras. This real life. This real life. So, baby, she getting even more hype. So then she tells Kenya, well, she turns to Kenya, and I don't think Kenya is really paying her any attention. And she says out loud, yeah, today is the day you gonna learn. Is that a threat? Is she gonna learn today? Is that a threat? Baby, her energy is so dark, and I knew it. My discernment has never led me wrong yet on these Housewives heifers. I knew when I first met Mia through the screen, I knew Mia wasn't my type of girl. When I first met Brit, I knew Brit wasn't gonna be my type of girl. I tried to told y'all. They need to get Marlo for her. They need to bring back Marlo. Baby, Marlo would have got, baby, the whole screen would have faded black. Do you hear me? So Kenya gets in the car with Portia because I can tell that Portia knew that something was going to pop off. So she tells Kenya, well, you can ride with us. And I never thought I would see today. That was a full circle moment. That was a real moment right there. Portia, you all right for taking Kenya with you because her car had not come yet. And this lady is over here hollering about whips and chains and pistols. And girl, what is wrong with you? So Kenya gets in the car with Portia and Shamia and they leave and she's still talking. So Kenya is telling them in the car, what she said about the GUNs. So Portia was like, well, I'm going to go this way because, she's still on one. Kenya said, I want her to do something to me so she can go. That girl has got to go. Now, Kenya, I'm going to say this to you. I am so mad that you let this girl have this. This was such an easy win for you. You could have gone straight to production and told them to review that audio. Why did you not do that? She would have immediately been removed. Never in the history of Housewives of any franchise, and I have watched every single one. Do not think because I don't review them, I don't watch them. I love Housewives. I have watched every single franchise from season 1, including Dallas. Okay, including that little Washington franchise that they had, the Real Housewives of DC, for like a second. I even watched that. There has never in the history of Housewives of any franchise have they ever made threats of violence with firearms. Andrew, do you understand how serious this is? Like, I don't get it. Now, you can call me a black Karen if you want to, because to HR I go. Baby, she would have been on the first thing smoking. That is insane. But then Kenya, being Kenya, she got to take matters into her own hands. And now she's off the show. Girl, you let Brit outsmart you. You needed to take a page out of Jennifer Williams' books over there on Basketball Wives and go straight to a lawyer. Child, please, I wish I would bring a poster board from the Kinko. I wish I would. Baby, I would have taken this job from her. You want to play? I'm going to show you how to play. This woman threatened to violate Kenya first. And why am I still seeing her? People have seen whatever this is that she posted. I'm not saying it's right because 2 wrongs don't make a right and 2 rights don't make a left. Okay, and then if you make a left and a right, then you back at the same spot. All I'm saying is Kenya has been threatened on camera since season 6. These people have taken Kenya up and through. And I'm not saying Kenya is no angel, honey, because I couldn't stand Kenya on certain seasons. That Kim Fields season, absolutely not. When she kept harassing Portia for no damn reason, absolutely not. When she brought that cookie lady in front of Tanya, absolutely not. But this right here, post Brooklyn, I have not had a problem with Kenya. And so for you to threaten this woman with whatever's in your pocketbook, I don't think that that's cool. And you're still showing up on my camera. You're still showing up on my screen. Production, what's going on? Now, if it were me, and I'm just telling you if it were me, I would not come back to Housewives of Atlanta. She's not protected. And I don't know exactly what the outcome is going to be, because then next episode, she's sitting there like, I don't want her to think I would ever do anything to her. Like, I have to apologize. You think you're going to bring me a bouquet of lilies after you just got through saying I will be pushing up daisies? Girl, you better get the hell on. Baby, these people crazy. Girl, get out of my face. See, the one thing about me is I do not take kindly to threats. If you threaten me, I think you mean it. And therefore, I'm scared. Honey, I am shaking in my Giuseppe's. You will never be allowed around me again. It just never will work. And that was the end of the episode. Baby, I do not know what is going on with Brit and why she lost her mind. Maybe there's something that's missing, but even if something is missing, it still ain't making no sense because Brit should have been removed as well. If you're going to take Kenya, take her too. But then I guess you had to leave her to show us why you took Kenya. But it still don't make no damn sense because the lady used pistol. You should have taken Pistol Pete. And that's just that on that. Y'all comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Meet me over on Married to Medicine. I don't even know, child. I don't even know if I really want to review Reunion Part 2 because what's really going on with it? What's wrong with y'all? Acting like y'all ain't got no sense, Simone. Girl, bye. Come on over down to the other side of, because we in Bankhead right here. Okay, we in Bankhead in Atlanta. Come on over to Buckhead. Let's see what the medical wives are doing, and we're going to get into it. Comment down below, and I'm going to comment back. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.